Once again, in our readings we meet a prophet and the witnessing, the sending out of the apostles. First today we met Amaziah. He was a priest to the court of the kingdom of Israel, the northern kingdom. He was in the court. He served the king. He was more a statesman than really a priest. The land had fallen into a very profligate way that they weren't following the covenant, and God went to this shepherd called Amos, who had sheep, and he also took care of sycamore trees. He pruned them and made them edible for the people. And he was sent to the court, and Amaziah said, "Who are you? You're just a shepherd." And he drove them away, rejected his message, didn't hardly even let it get to the court. He said, "Go to the land of Judah, leave us alone. We're happy the way we are." And again, the northern kingdom eventually fell and was destroyed eventually because of these results. In the gospel we see Jesus take the apostles and send them out two by two at a time for the safety in journeys. Their mission was to witness, to preach, to drive out spirits, to heal the sick, to anoint with oil. Now, we talk about possession by spirits. Possession in olden times certainly was more than we see it today. People would be possessed. But in that particular land, in Israel and in that kind of territory, people looked at sickness as being possessed by a spirit. So if a person was cured of a sickness, they were having a spirit driven out of them. And that's why, sometimes it sounds like everybody you run into in the New Testament who had some kind of a spirit that they had to have driven out of them. Well, maybe it was just an illness and not a spirit is what they're talking about. But anyway, the apostles went out and were astounded with what they did. They were astounded at the power of the word, at the power of the people listening. I'm sure in a few places they were rejected, but they were told to shake off the dust of the sand out of their sandals and move on and forget the people that had rejected them. And it's true, when we reject God, we have our own punishment. God doesn't exactly abandon them, but God doesn't exactly look after them anymore when they reject him. That rejection is its own punishment. But if we look at the readings today for us, we have the Spirit of God in us, the same as the prophet, the same as the apostles. We received it at our baptism, as we've said in the past few weeks. We're all called to witness, to give God's word. We're not going to get up on a soapbox. We're not going to go out and be itinerant preachers like the apostles were. But we give witness by who we are, by what we are, by a word, by just being kind. It's a witness that God, the Spirit, prompts us to give to people as we live our lives day to day, as we walk to work, as we walk to our car, we're in a parking lot. No matter where we are, how we are as a Christian is what other people see. The thing we must realize is the witness we give, we never really know the result of what we do. God certainly knows the results of the promptings he's given us to witness to. He knows the result of what our witness has done to another person, something that probably we will never know. But that witness God knows, and God knows what we do and how we do it, and it accrues for us in our own accomplishment in witnessing to God. So today, as we think of the prophets and we think of Amos, we don't know why God picks any particular person at a particular time to be the witness or prophet for a particular thing. But how we live up to what God gives us within our heart to witness to, that is what makes us a real Christian and a real follower of the Spirit of God.